Hello, guys. Welcome to the first video episode, however you guys want to call it. But basically, this is free Forex trading advanced course. Here, beginning with this before I start the video, I want to clarify something. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna show you how to walk, how to crawl. I'm not gonna feed you food either. But like I said in the beginning, this is an advanced trading course, right? So, with that being said, I'm gonna show you how to run, how to. I'm not gonna give you food. Sorry, I'm not gonna give you food. I'm not gonna feed you. I'm not gonna show you how to walk. I'm gonna show you how to run. I'm gonna show you how to make your food. So once you learn all the basic steps that you encounter yourself with this education right here, you're gonna take your trading to the next level. And what I mean by that is, I'm gonna show you how to make your own food. I'm not gonna feed you because you already passed that stage. So, in other words, let's get to it, man. Uh, First video is gonna be support and resistance. Most of you guys, if you guys see this video, are gonna know what support and resistance. But I'm gonna show you it a little more in depth, how it's used in a day basis of a trader, especially myself. I personally, I'm on the come up, but I would like to share this journey with you guys. I'm gonna try to upload the whole course to YouTube. If we make it, you guys gonna see this video. If not, this video is never gonna come out. Anyways, let's get to it. As you can see here, we're in trading view. We got GVP JPY right here in the top left corner. You guys cannot see because my camera is there. Let me move for you real quick. Right there, time frames. You guys might know already what time frame is. But if you guys don't know, real quick, time frame, it's different sections of candles, right? Time section. So 1 hour, these are candles of 1 hour. So inside of that candle, there's 2:30 candle minutes and 4 15-minute candles, right? So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. But basically, that's the same concept. One thing to point out: higher time frames always win. As we're gonna go out through this whole course, I'm gonna be repeating it every single time. But I do want to mention something: higher time frames always win. Coming back, and put my camera back where it used to be. Right. So GBP APY. So what I like to do to point out my support and resistance. Sorry, guys. What I like to point out in my support and resistance is I like to change my view of the chart to lines. And what I mean by line is instead of charts, go here lines, right? This where we can see the most peaks, right? Where the market touched at at a certain point. It might not have stayed there, but it did touch. So then I like to get my lines right and start marking it up, right? I learned this from one of the greatest traders that I've ever known, Q Banks. Shout out to Q Banks if you ever see this video. I learned this from him. It actually works pretty well, and I'm gonna show you why. So I always go to a hard time frame. Let's start by the daily, right? I don't wanna mark out my charts too much because I don't want them to look messy. I'm always trying to I'm always trying to I'm always gonna try to make my trading as simple as I can. Clean chart, just waiting for the right move to happen. Boom, execute and get out. Coming back, right? Support and resistance. I like to mark it up where every peak, right, has touched many multiple times. Let me change the color of this. Many multiple times. What I mean by that is now when I mark up my zones, right, you're gonna see that the line had touched this peak had touched a line 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here it's coming back up again. And so on. So after I do this for I don't want to go back and start marking it way back over here because we are here right now. We're not trading based on 2022 or 2021. We're already in 2023. We need recent price action. Just because there is a resistance in 1999, there's not gonna be a resistance in 2003. Exactly. So, but also, I want to point something else. As you can see, right, we already pointed out these peaks right here, and if we go back, it's being respected as well in previous times. So that's what I mean. Do not go back, because mostly it's being respected at certain times that it used to be respected a long time ago. So now we drop it down to a 4 hour, and we go a little more in depth, because obviously if you want to trade in the 1 hour, you should do it to like the 30 minute. If you trading in the 15 minute, you should do it up to 30 minute to the 5 minute. So you actually want to base it on the time frame that you're gonna take the trade. Basically, I like to take my trades in the 30 minute and the 1 hour. So after we mark up the zones, we're gonna keep getting peaks. And what I mean by peaks, remember, is always lines that pass by where there's many peaks, touching, breaking, or respecting the line, right? I'm gonna put a few of them. I'm not gonna mark all of them, because like I said, I don't like to get my charts messy. So I think this is enough for I think this is enough for what I need to show you guys. Then we go down to the 1 hour. Like I said, if we're gonna trade in the 1 hour, let's do it at least to the 30 minute. Then we got recent price action here, right? We come down here, we mark. I want to say this one's right here. As you guys can see here, couldn't broke, couldn't break, we couldn't break right here. We did broke, but we came back down again, back here, and it goes on and on and on, right? 30 minute, as you can see, is basically mostly already marked up. So the only thing that we just gotta do now is go back to the candles and see, analyze, analyze and see what's the trade that we're looking for. How is the market structure looking? What are we waiting on to execute? Right? As you can see here, just by pointing this out, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, So that means 160, 976 right here. It's a strong level. 161, 220, it's another strong level. So you can see right here, got one peak right here, another peak. Gas choppy over here, still respected. Come down back, we come back here, we got another rejection, 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 and so on, so on. So let's go to the point right now. I already showed you how to mark it up, what to use to mark it up. Now, how do we use this, right? Like I said, if we're gonna trade in the 1 hour, I like to go to a 4 hour, right? And see where was the resistance most respected at. As you can see right here, this market has been respected 161, 700 right here as a pretty strong level of resistance. And if we push a little bit back, we can see that this level has been pretty strong for the most part. What I mean by the most part is being respected multiple times since it was formed. Just by looking at it from here, we have 1, 2, broke, we couldn't pass, we break down below again, came back, retested it, now we touch it again. This is recent price action. I'm not showing you what already happened 2-3 days ago. I'm showing you what's happening right now, just so you can see an example live, right? It's February 19, 11 p.m. 2023, by the way. If you guys don't know, maybe you guys are lost. Anyways, now we already marked up a strong resistance. What are we looking now? If you're trading in the 1 hour, right, you're trying to see a strong support in the hard time frames. I usually like to look at the 1 hour and 4 hour, but if I'm gonna trade in the 1 hour, I like to go to 30 minutes at least minimum to like. Sorry, let me rephrase myself. I'm sorry. First time doing this. So if I'm gonna take a trade in the 1 hour, the highest time frame I'm gonna go to is the 4 hour, and the lowest time frame that I'm gonna check is the 15 minute. Sorry, the 30 minute. So we already checked up the 30 minute. Now we're gonna check up the higher time frame. It's gonna be the 4 hour, and I can see the pretty strong support again that's been respected multiple times. It's been this one right here. It's 160, 800, 830, 160, 800, 130, right? And these are zones that has been respected, have potential rebounds energy. That's what I call it, rebounds energy. Because we rebound, so we're not breaking. We could break and come back down. But when the candle closed, we're still below that resistance. As you can see right here, we got another minor resistance right here at 165, 520, 161, 520, 525, right? And how do we use this, right? This is now the main question, the execution. We already saw that we already have a resistance on 161, 700 that's being respected multiple times as you go back in time, right? And then there's another minor resistance right below 161, 700 at 165, 525 that it could have been or support, because if this was a resistance right here and we broke, we should have respected it to continue to the upside. But no, we didn't. So we broke. So now our support becomes our resistance. So now we should take a trade based on what it's giving us, right? We broke the strongest resistance. Sorry, we couldn't break the strongest resistance, and now we were supposed to bounce on a support to continue up, but we couldn't. We still broke it. So I mean, it's a strong resistance, and now we're using Confluence, the resistance that we just made. It's this 161, 524. What should we put? Or TP, which is take profit, or stop loss, right? We don't want it to go back up, and if we don't want to lose more if it goes back up. So let's say we do take a sell right here, respecting resistance. Because if he breaks resistance, what's the point of holding the trade? You're gonna keep losing more money, and you don't want that, right? So we want to put it. If you're playing a smart in the 1 hour, we want to put it right here, right? 30 pips. Reason why, if respecting resistance, now you want to take it to the previous support. Previous support is right here. A nice 1 to 2 risk reward. We're risking $1 to make 2, and that applies for any type of money. You're risking $5 to make 10. You're risking $1,000 to make $2,000. It's all about risk to reward. And if you're smart, you see, market would not respect 161, 525 by the time candles are closing. You could close half of the position, and now you're risking way less than you're risking at the moment you enter your trade. But that's for another video. Basically this is it. I'm gonna show you a support example, and it's the same concept, man. We had a strong resistance in the 4 hour that we couldn't break. We drop it down to the 1 hour. We see that we broke support. Now it's our resistance. So now we got two strong resistance, two confluences that we could use to take a nice sell. Where we're gonna take it to, or previous support. So this is what I mean to the bigger time frame wins, higher time frame wins. Higher time frame in the 4 hour, we couldn't break it, right? And then we had a minor resistance in the 1 hour. Sorry, we had a minor support in the 1 hour, but we couldn't hold it. We broke it. So now it becomes our resistance. And now we're gonna take it back to our previous support. Now I'm gonna show you an example with support. Basically, we're gonna see it right here, guys. We already have it, right? What I showed you at the beginning of the video, when we mark our lines, we're trying to make sure that it respects it, or it breaks, or touches it up. We want the most action in that line for it to be a respected zone, a pretty respected zone. Right here, this zone right here. This used to be support. Support, it broke. Retested it 2 times, and now this became a resistance, right? This became a resistance. So we were supposed to respect right here, and we didn't. We broke. So that means once we break resistance, it becomes our support. Once we break once we break support, it becomes our resistance. So now, what are we waiting for? We broke. Now we're gonna come back and wait until we get a confirmation that this support now, with this resistance that we just broke, becomes a support. We drop it down to a lower time frame, like I said, right? We see that it broke. So what we will have to wait? We will have to wait to see what it does to take a trade of support. As you can see here, we broke, we made a fake out, and we closed back again bullish. With this bullish engulfing candle right here, this right here, this was our confirmation. This big engulfing candle breaking out the high of the previous bearish candle, respecting the low, giving us a signal that we were going to skyrocket now. Same concept. We put our TP where next resistance is at. This is going to be our entry right here, or stop loss. I want to give it a little room on the previous lows. The previous low is what I mean, where the market was at its lowest point in the recent hour or so. Not hour or so, sorry. In the recent structure. Sorry, I apologize. And we're going to put our TP to our previous strong resistance. Yes, now we do have a resistance right here, but when we take in this trade, this hasn't happened. So we didn't have a resistance at that point. This does not count. What did we did had this previous highs right here, and then we push it back. As you can see here, we had this strong area of rejection. Choppy area, that means there was some sort of rejection. So yeah, basically this is it for the first video. I do gotta work on my talking to you guys, because I feel like I do get stuck when I talk. First time doing this, but don't worry about it. More videos are gonna come. I hope you guys liked the first video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of educational content there. Also, you can join my free Telegram group chat in the description. It's free. I send analysis, trade ideas, information about the market that could help you level up to a next level trader. So don't forget to join my free Telegram group chat and follow me on social media. I'll see you guys in the next one.